Vietnam. As most people know, that Vietnam was raging, and basically America was knee deep into basically what would be China. Like I say, the thing about Vietnam is that, well, for one thing, I was doing a roads project, and I was doing roads and stuff like that, and building a trainway going down from China. And there was not supposed to be, it was Unit 731 working in there or something like that, and basically, and we were also using local stuff, and there was not supposed to be a war. I did not know about the fighting until I was doing a food drive. I was doing the food thing where I was exchanging food for basically farming, and I believe they were doing a couple crops, including an opium crop, basically in Vietnam or something like that. And my people told me that basically that they were being attacked and stuff like that. And like I said, there was this one road where they were doing this one thing, and it's a really big muddy valley or something like that, and they were working through or something like that, and they're having a problem with it or something like that. And like I said, my people were being attacked, or the people were being attacked now, or there was fighting basically. And my people told me that there was fighting, blah 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 blah. Anyway, like I said, what happens next and the rest of the history is basically all confusing and complicated and everything else like that. But like I said, at a certain point, I called an end to the war. I said that I do not feel like America is actually doing anything valuable or necessary in China, and I was pulling my troops out and pulling my people out, basically. Like I said, as Lucifer Starr, as basically the namer of America, and the person who, as well, depending on which one you want to go by, creator of the human race or creator of so many other life forms, and Lucifer Star, White Star Lines, basically the Starline group, pretty much, and pretty much namer of America, I did tell my troops and people to pull out of China and to leave the Chinese alone. My people, the Americans, did not belong in China, should not be in China, and therefore had to leave and to take all the people that had been a part of whatever, blah, blah, with them, basically, back to America. Anyway, like I say, it gets all complicated as basically Nixon and JFK and Jimmy Carter and a bunch of other people were trying to do things in China which I did not agree with. So, and of course, that goes into everything else that basically the Republicans and Democrats were doing. But me, as Lucifer Starr, as basically the namer of America and everything else, I did order all my troops to pull out of China. Or Asia, as they say. So, like I say, as Lucifer Star or LS, I told them to leave. America does not belong in China. It is not, America has their own country and should not be harassing or bothering the Chinese. Like I said, as namer of America, as the person who did your constitution, blah, 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 and basically owner of America, I told Americans to leave China. They did not belong there, they should not be there, and not just China, but also possibly Vietnam. Like I said, they did not belong there, they should not be there. Those are Vietnamese, what's called. We did have a town. I was keeping a small plantation or a small town, basically as mine. But basically my troops had to get back to the border and stay there. And did not have any right or permission to go into China. So, anyway, it gets all complicated basically as pretty much Nixon, JFK, and a bunch of other people are trying to micromanage my country. And also Rodney and Rick Bush and everything else. But basically that's the way it was. As namer and owner of America, and as the real Lucifer Star, basically, I ordered my troops out of there. And I don't know what they would be doing, fighting or killing or hurting the Chinese anyway. So anyway, it's all complicated as basically a lot of things are happening, and a lot of people are telling me that they're spreading democracy, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that's not spreading democracy. Those Chinese people work for me as well. Anyway, it's all complicated and blah, blah, blah. You know, about the only thing I would go into a country for was basically oppression or abuse or something like that. If someone else was oppressing or abusing a group of people, then I would send in my troops and go in there. And I don't know. Like I said, it gets all complicated. But And it gets all into basically how the Republicans or the Democrats were trying to basically take over the world or take over the countries before, blah, blah. Like I said, good luck with that. I am Lucifer's White Star Alliance. I am the creator of 12 types of life forms, exoskeletons, 1.5s, and other planets. If I say something's going to be a certain way, it's going to be that way. And I recognize China or the Asian government as basically Orientals, as basically, they're people, they were living there. And whatever. Like I said, a lot of people deny my existence and everything else, but well, good luck with that. There are 12 types of life, including the human race, that very much knew of my existence and very much knew that I was their creator. And like I said, with the LSF ship, I did go to many different planets and many different places around the universe. So, anyway, not just here, 400 other humanoid colonies, and like I said, about 140,000 exoskeleton planets and about 15,000 1.5 planets. People, the life forms on them. And there are many other life forms and sentient entities throughout the universe. Anyway, I'm not an oppressive person, nor do I promote taking over. Like I said, I don't have to take over like that. And technically, I was protecting and helping the Asians a long time ago. So, anyway, it gets all complicated. It's basically, blah, blah, blah. So, but those were my orders. The Chinese were handling it and managing it and doing the building of China. So, or, the Asia, basically. Those were my people over there. So, Americans should not be oppressing or hurting my Asians. Anyway, I love them very much and I care a great deal about them. So, anyway, it gets all complicated as basically, Rodney or Rick Bush or someone tries to micromanage my country. I am Lucifer Star. So, people can deny me or they cannot deny me. They can try and kill me or they cannot try and kill me. I don't really care. It's been 99 trillion years. So, whatever. Anyway, Nixon was running around one of my aircraft, one of my jets or something, and before that they were running around with my seaplanes. I did not appreciate this fact. He did not have any right to Lucifer White Star Line property. Like I said, JFK was not me. Nixon was not me. They did not have any right to LS property nor LS people. Lucifer Star. The Republicans were only renting my White House. And blah, blah, blah. I say fuck the Democrats. It's only a democracy so far. When it comes to killing and hurting people, that's where your democracy ends. You do not have any right to hurt or kill my Japanese or Chinese or Russians. As far as building and protecting my buildings and my people in the country, well, they can leave. Like I said, there's plenty of space in America for them. So, anyway, so it gets all complicated with Russia. I mean with China, basically. So, like I said, I am the inventor of flight and aircraft and everything else. Anyway, I don't think the Chinese would do anything horrible. Anyway, the Asians were my people at one point in time, and so blah, blah, blah. Although they were not JFK's nor Jimmy Carter's people. So, or the U.S. people, basically. I am not U.S. I am Lucifer Star. LS. Not U.S., LS. Lucifer Star. So, anyway, yes. So, whatever. Stars and eagles, basically. Anyway, I also had a dot with a circle around it as my British Nuclear Air Service, or whatever. Or Air Service. Those were also my people. Anyway, like I said, many people were trying to micromanage or use my militaries or my troops or my people to do something. I did not agree with this. We are not killers. We are not conquerors. We do not have to conquer nor kill. So, we are builders. So anyway. Like I said, some people were very scared of the fact that basically the 1.5s are coming, will come, did come. The exoskeletons are coming, will come, did come, are still out there. There is no way you can possibly overcome my other life forms in the universe. There are 700,000 other life forms, all related to me. And there are 80 to 800 galaxies, all related to me. So like I say, it's a very, very big, complicated universe out there. So anyway, certain people thought that they could blah, 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 do whatever they wanted. They found out the hard way that this is not possible. Anyway, whatever. You cannot just go around shoving a gun in people's faces and doing whatever you want. Or if you are, you should just begin with me, the creator. So, anyway, yeah, whatever. I don't really know. I'm just Lucifer Star, the ancient, old, 100 trillion year old creator. So, everything else, well, whatever. Anyway, I'm tired. I'm going to take a little nap now. So, anyway, despite what Rodney might think, despite what the Republicans or the Democrats may think, I'm much, much older. And not just Brian Briley, like I say. So, anyway, I had very good Irish people, very good lots of people. Those people should live freely and my people will just follow the rules. They're simple rules.